Now I am going to start the topic that why price should be controlled. Means the needs of price required to be controlled. Sometimes it could be asked as a effects of price rise. So both questions are same. I repeat again, why price need to be controlled, or why price should be controlled. Sometime it could be asked as the effects of price rise. Anyhow, the question comes same. Clear? Let's continue to understand. Usually everybody knows as the price rise, it affect to our lifestyle in a general manner, but mostly it could be said as price rise is creating adverse effects. I repeat, usually in a single line we say that the price rise affect to our lifestyle, but actually we must say that price rise effect to the economy and create adverse effect to our social life. It's a very clear cut understanding. So now I am going to discuss effects of price rise. So generally it is said that the price rise is a vicious circle, dangerous, as we expect to increase our profit because we want to increase our income, and as the profit increase, as the increase of income is seen, the purchasing power also increase. I repeat, the purchasing power also increase, which affect to the demands of services and goods, which affect to the demands of services and goods, means the goods and services demands are increasing because the purchasing power is increasing. In that situation, mostly the rich purchase enough requirement of goods. I repeat, rich purchase enough requirement of goods, but what about poor? Poor are out of everything because they are unable to face this increasing price, and they need to live so many essential things of the life, which affect to the poor and middle class also. So remember one thing, that the price rise generally affect to most probably poor class and middle class, but the rich and the upper middle class lives easily even though price rise is continuous. So the basic lifestyle of the poor and middle class become miserable. Remember this line. This is the first effect. Directly effect to the lifestyle. Second, generally, if the price rise is seen, the purchasing power decrease. Second, the rate of savings decrease. Third, capital generation decrease. The people, because the reason is there, we must need to satisfy basic requirement of the family, then whatever may remain with us we can make the savings. and from savings we can create the new capital generation. So in all the way, the price rise is destroying our economic stability. That is the basic thing. And which affect to the production of essential commodities. In that way, it affect to the new business structures. I could say it will affect to the economy in a whole, right? Okay. So the second point is destruct the economy. The third point is investment in the foreign sector reduce. Generally, as the import starts due to some have good income, import create effect on our foreign exchange reserves, because as we import something from other country, we need to pay it in foreign exchange, which creates other problem of investment from the other country stops to come in our country, which create the effect on the investment sector. So now you see, the first I said it effect to the lifestyle. Second I said it effect to the economy in a whole. Third here I said the foreign investment started to decrease. Now we are moving to the fourth point. Necessary goods production decrease because the demand is not coming. So in that situation, when production is not available, how the demand of the future, even essential demand is coming, basic demand is coming, it cannot be fulfilled because the production is not coming. So the scarcity of the essential commodity is realized. It affect to the living standard of life. So in all the way, ultimately who is suffering? Middle class and the poor families are suffering main. There are so many aspects of this point that the middle class and the poor are suffering. But the point which I am discussing here is they are not getting enough opportunity to purchase goods because their essential money, essential proportion of money is not enough to compare the purchasing products prices. So they must have to leave the product. Nothing is there in their hands except this, right? Next point is production cost of the goods increased. See, generally production cost of the goods usually realized that one increasing effect to the other's price increasing. So in that way they all become expensive because the production cost is more. So the ultimate product, the end product will also become more costly. So comparison to that, our export will also be costly, and which affect to our foreign trade also. So here the result is starts to come that as export decrease, import increase, so the balance of the foreign exchange starts to be negative. Negative means we pay more, we earn less. In that situation, the import and export create negative impact on the complete economy. The sixth point is living standard of poor classes, middle classes starts to decrease, and they, that situation moved them towards antisocial activities as like theft, robbery, murder, crime, prostitution, betting, stock hoarding, profiteering, black marketing, corruption. These all things are considered to be antisocial activity. With that, one another point I am indicating here, that when the poor has no money, he will try to get the money from anyhow. He will try to purchase goods at any cost, by any means. So the morality will not remain there. Now you can ask me question meaning about what's the morality. Morality means understanding of good and bad is required to be developed in mind of a person. But when we are not on way to understand the truth, we just think about our needs. At that time we not worry for what is good, what is bad, but we think that what our family needs. See, it is also essential to think that what the family is in need. But for that purpose, when the poor is suffering lots of the trouble, he will move to the wrong activity, which affect to the law binding society structure. Law binding means the society and the population which is living their life as per the law. That is called law binding society. They are losing their importance in this situation. Right, my friends? So here I have discussed with you about effects of price rise, and I have already said the another question instead of that is why prices should be controlled, should needed to be controlled, right? Okay, so here the basic what kind of the price rise is inflationary price rise. I repeat the word inflationary price rise is creating problem, not in the other way the price rise I mean. So that is required to control desperately on the price rise if we want to make our society safe and secure in all the way, right? Here I am completing topic of effects of price rise. Okay, let's start to discuss the another topic of steps taken to control price rise. First we discussed the reason, then we discussed the effects. Now we are discussing what steps could be taken to stop the price rise. Generally, it is seen that price rise is happening when the expenditure is increasing. It creates the direct effect of price rise. But here we want to understand that what can we do to control price rise. The first is monetary measure, second is fiscal measure. These two measures are taken by government directly. The first point in the monetary measure is the bank's activity to control the price rise. That government can do only one thing, increase the rate of interest. See, rate of interest for loan become increased means the loans will become costly. And on other side, when a person is investing the money, the rate of interest on the investment is also required to increase. So the second option is increase the rate of interest for savings, so the tendency of savings will increase, because where the people are getting more benefit, people are moving. When the loans become costly, the spending tendency will start to decrease. When the investment become benefited, people's tendency will move towards the benefit. So in that way, money lending become costly, so the loan will be taken less. The savings become benefited, the savings will started to be increased. So in that way, the lack of fund in pocket will stop person from increasing unnecessary purchase. Another point, generally commercial banks are deciding their bank interest rates. It is decided by RBI. So banks can take some steps which restrict money. In which way it happens? That the reserve funds ratio will be increased. Means how much we will deposit in bank, whatever the time, the money of the total we have deposited will not be lended to the other person, but out of that amount, specific amount will be kept with the bank themselves. So in that situation, the loan lending money or the fund in hands of the bank is less, and that leads the banks to reduce the loans, and in that situation the money circulation in the market will be stopped. Another option is selling government securities in open market, so the money from the people's pocket will come to the bank's treasury. Cash reserve may increase. Here the banks will not have more amount to lend in future. In that situation, the monetary supply will also reduce. I have already stated this line. And the expenditure for consumer needs will reduce. Here it does not mean that the demand will stop. It does not mean that the person will not purchase. But what is essential, people will start to only purchase those things. The other things will be kept in one side. This is very clear cut understanding. Okay, now let's move to discuss the second point as the fiscal measures. Fiscal policy means, the first definition you have to remember, fiscal policy means government strategy with respect to public expenditure and rising revenue, taxation policy and public loan policy. I repeat, fiscal policy means government strategy with respect to public expenditure and rising revenue, taxation as well as public loan policy. See, I am trying to describe this concept in easy manner, that how the government wants to see that what public do expenditure. People do expenditure. Second, how the tax could increase in pocket of government. And third, in which way the loan will be given and taken with what interest. Everything will be considered under this policy which is known as fiscal policy. So here government try to increase the taxes, government try to reduce the distribution of the loan, government try to restrict the expenditure from the hands of people. These all things are happening only to see that the one thing, that unnecessary expenditure stops. Second, government will do some efforts to stop supply of money. So how it could be stopped? Earlier I have said reduce the proportion of the loan. Second, postpone the plan which can increase the expenditure for future. Also, government can reduce administrative expenditure and unnecessary expenditure. See, the salary is the necessary expenditure, but to distribute the goods directly, just to show, just to create the unnecessarily fairs and publicity activities, it is unnecessary. For all these things, whatever the money is being used, it will be stopped. The another thing will be done. Government will revise the taxation policy. By which way? By increasing taxes. Second, reducing supply of money. So in that situation, different type of the taxes create burden on the people, so their money will be diverted to the hand of the government. Another point, when the export is done constantly, the goods will not remain in country but will move to the out of country. It will be stopped. Means here the change will be done in export import policy, means the foreign trade policy. In which way? The export will be controlled, and as the export will be controlled, the product will remain here instead of going out. Second, in regarding import export policy, imported goods taxation will be increased, so the goods coming from outside of country will reduce because its price is increasing, so people will not support it. So in all this situation, government tries to see that money cannot circulate easily in the market, and that is essential to make the country's future safe. Use of the money to bring in a discipline, it is necessary. Okay, here the another point which I want to discuss is a public loan policy. Very interesting thing. Public loan policy means on which rate of interest government will give loans to the people. It is called public loan policy. Here government will try to control the expenditure by increasing rate of interest and create the savings tendency by developing compulsory savings plan. So these all things will make the people encourage towards making their savings and reduce the expenditure. Another point, government will do one more important point. Easily distribution of money by the way of subsidy will reduce. Second, taxation collection will increase. Third, Heavy taxes on the goods used by rich people will start to be imposed. Here the luxury items also will be included. And the production which is required for the every person as the essential commodity, its production will be more increased. So in all the way, government try to reduce foreign trade, try to see that the product must remain in country. Second, government try to see that the goods must be available in enough proportion. Third, government try to see that the people must behave as the respectable person, the understanding class of the people, so the taxation may increase and savings may increase, expenditure may decrease. All these things are done with basic one tendency, that to reduce monetary supply. The third point the government will do is the capital investment behind luxury goods and unnecessary goods will try to reduce. For that purpose, government will develop license system. So which product will not given license, that product will not be allowed. So in that way, naturally when the license is not there, then the production will not be done. The another point is the productivity of agriculture and industrial product. Government will try to see that the investment come in that area, so the money must remain with the people. Okay, another point the government will think, the betting oriented investment government will reduce, put restriction, and essential goods production will increase as the positive thing. So the production capacity if increased, the demand will be fulfilled. Such encouraging steps are taken, so the monetary supply control, rate of interest increased, savings tendency encouraged, capital investment increase towards production must increase in India. So in all the way, different steps are taken to control the price rise. So here total 5 points are there. Out of these 5 points, I have discussed here 3 major points. The first I discussed about monetary measures. Second I discussed with you fiscal measures. And the third I completed here just before, control on the capital investment with you. Right? Okay, my friends.